Welcome to Best Productly.
10 Best Gaming Motherboard, New Model 2020. We are going to check out top 10 best gaming motherboard in current time. I mean, this list is best my personal opinion, and I try to list them best on their price, quality, durability, and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about this gaming motherboard, you can check out the link down in the description and comment section below. So let's get started with the video.
Top 10.
GIGABIT EZ690 AORUS Elite X DDR4 LGA 1700/Intel Z690/ATX/DDR4/Quad M2/PCI 5.0/USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2 Type-C/Wi-Fi 6 seconds 5 GB LAN/gaming motherboard. Intel LGA 1700 socket. Supports 12th Gen Intel Core Series processors. DDR4.
Top 9.
ROG Maximus XII Hero Wi-Fi 6E Z590 LGA 1200 Intel 11th/10th Gen ATX gaming motherboard, PCIe 4.0, 14.2 power stages, DDR4 5333, dual 2.5 GB LAN, Thunderbolt 4 on board, 4XM2/NVMe SSD, Aura RGB, Intel LGA 1200 socket. Designed to unleash the maximum performance of 11th Gen Intel Core processors. AI motherboard, AI overclocking, AI cooling, AI networking, and AI noise cancellation. Robust power solution. 14+2 team power stages rated for 90 amps, pro-cooled EA power connectors, microfine alloy chokes, and 10K Japanese-made black metallic capacitors. Optimized thermal design. Enlarged VRM heatsinks plus integrated aluminum I/O cover, high conductivity thermal pad. Quad M2 heatsinks with embedded backplates and ROG water cooling zone. High-performance networking. Onboard Wi-Fi 6E, 802.11 AX, dual Intel 2.5 GB Ethernet, and ASUS LAN GORD.
Top 8.
MSI Arsenal Gaming AMD Ryzen 2 ND and 3rd Gen AM 4 M2 USB 3 DDR4 DVI HDMI Crossfire ATX motherboard B450 Tomahawk Max-I. Supports 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Gen AMD Ryzen with Radeon Vega graphics and 2nd Gen AMD Ryzen with Radeon Graphics/Athlon with Radeon Vega graphics desktop processors for socket AM4. Supports DDR4 memory, up to 4133 OC MHz. Extended heatsink design. MSI Extended PWM heatsink and enhanced circuit design ensures even high-end processors to run in full speed. Lightning fast game experience. 1x Turbo M2 AMD Turbo USB 3.2 Gen 2. Store Me technology.
Top 7.
ASUS ROG Strix B450F Gaming Die AMD AM4 Ryzen 5000 3rd Gen Ryzen ATX Gaming Motherboard 8.4 power stages HDMI 2.0 bits/DP 2x PCI 3.0x16 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C BIOS Flashback 256 MB BIOS Flash ROM AMD AM4 socket, compatible to Ryzen 5000, 3rd/2nd/1st Gen AMD Ryzen CPUs. Robust power design. 8.2 Duramos power stages with high-quality alloy chokes and durable capacitors provide reliable power for the last AMD high-count core CPUs. Optimized thermal solution. Extended VRM and PCH heatsinks, M2 heatsinks, multiple hybrid fan headers, and fan speed management with Fan Expert utility. Best gaming connectivity. supports HDMI 2.0 bits, 4K at 60 Hz, and DisplayPort 1.2 output, featuring dual M2 slots, NVMe SSD, 2x PCIe 3.0 x 16 slot, USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-A port, and USB 3.1 Gen 2 Type-A and Type-C ports.
Top 6.
ASUS AM4 Gaming X570 Plus, Wi-Fi, AM4 Zen 3 Ryzen 5000, and 3rd Gen Ryzen ATX motherboard with PCIe 4.0, dual M2, 12.2 with Dr. MOS power stage, AMD AM4 socket, ready for 2nd and 3rd Gen AMD Ryzen processors to maximize connectivity and speed with up to 2 M2 drives, USB 3.2 Gen 2, and AMD Store MI. Enhanced power solution, military-grade TUF components, ProCool socket, and Digi-VRM for maximum durability. Comprehensive cooling, active PCH heatsink, VRM heatsink, M2 heatsink, hybrid fan headers, and fan expert.
Top 5.
Machinist LGA 1150 motherboard, Intel H81 Micro ATX gaming motherboard for desktop PC support, 1333/1000, 600 mAh DDR, 3 dual-channel Max 32G, i3 i5 i7/Xeon E3v3 processor, NGFF M2, SATA 3H81 Mpero S1, AH81M ATX motherboard. Compatible for Intel Series LGA 1150 socket, Intel i3/i5/i7 processor, and Xeon E3/v3 series. Featured slots. This A81 motherboard is equipped with NGFF M2 high-speed hard disk interface with a transmission speed of up to 32 GHz. 2/2 round ports can also bring you different DIV options. Dual-channel DDR3 memory, 2x DDR3 non-ECC 1333/1000, 600 mAh slots desktop memory, unbuffered, max capacity of 32 GB.
Top 4.
Machinist B75 gaming motherboard, LGA 1155 desktop motherboard for PC Micro ATX support, NGFF M2, SATA 3 6-channel audio, Intel i3/i5/i7 processor, and dual DDR 31280/1333/1600/1866 mAh Max 32G. BD75 Micro ATX motherboard. Compatible for Intel Series LGA 1155 socket, Intel i3/i5/i7 processor, dual-channel DDR3 memory. The maximum memory supports 216G memory. Memory type DDR 31280/1333/1600/1866 mAh desktop memory. Unique slot. This B75 motherboard has a NGFF M2 high-speed hard disk interface with a transmission speed of up to 32 GHz. The PES/2 circular port can bring you different DIA options. High-quality motherboard. The 6-layer PCB motherboard provides a faster operating speed while being more robust and not easily damaged. All-solid capacitor ensures sufficient power supply to ensure stable CPU operation.
Top 3.
ASUS ROG Strix B450F Gaming Tie, AMD AM4, Ryzen 5000, 3rd Gen Ryzen ATX Gaming Motherboard, 8/4 power stages, HDMI 2.0 bits/DP, 2x PCIe 3.0 x 16, USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type-C, BIOS Flashback, 256 MB BIOS Flash ROM, AMD AM4 socket, compatible to Ryzen 5000, 3rd/2nd/1st Gen AMD Ryzen CPUs. Robust power design. 8 2-DuroMOS power stages with high-quality alloy chokes and durable capacitors provide reliable power for the last AMD high-count core CPUs. optimized thermal solution, extended VRM and PCH heatsinks, M2 heatsinks, multiple hybrid fan headers, and fan speed management with Fan Expert utility. Best gaming connectivity. Supports HDMI 2.0 bits, 4K at 60 Hz, and DisplayPort 1.2 output, featuring dual M2 slots.
Top 2.
ASUS ROG Strix B550F Gaming, Wi-Fi 6, AMD AM4 Zen 3 Ryzen 5000 and 3rd Gen Ryzen ATX Gaming Motherboard, PCIe 4.0, 2.5 GB LAN, BIOS Flashback, HDMI 2.1, Addressable Gen 2 RGB header and Aura Sync. Cutting-edge gaming motherboard. With AMD AM4 socket, it is a perfect pairing for Zen 3 Ryzen 5000 and 3rd Gen AMD Ryzen CPUs. Faster memory. 4 memory slots support dual-channel DDR4 memory up to 128 GB, with ASUS OptiMem enabling higher memory frequencies and lower latencies. Blazing data transmission speeds. 2 M2 slots, including the latest PCIe 4.0, provide maximum storage flexibility and the fastest data speeds available via the 3rd Gen AMD Ryzen platform.
Top 1.
ROG Strix Z590E Gaming Wi-Fi 6 ELGA 1200 Intel 11th/10th Gen ATX Gaming Motherboard, PCIe 4.0, 14-2 power stages, DDR4 5333, dual Intel 2.5 GB LAN, Thunderbolt 4, 4xM2/N. Included all of the links in the description. You can check out the link for the latest price. If you like this video, please hit the link button below, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.